Oh my god. Hi, Riri here. Um, I was thinking today, topic of discussion. And I thought about this for a while, and I've always been thinking about this. And I've spoken about this to my friends last year, but I think about this often because we're in the Western society, but I see this also traveling, whether it be South America or Asia, and it's the idea of overconsumption versus underconsumption in materialistic things or possessions in general. And my hot take is I think we should normalize underconsumption. Coming from me, who has a very, very minimal taste, as you could tell from my background or people that know me, I am but a minimal person. I don't have a lot of things in my possession. My family and friends and coworkers know me as someone who is extremely minimal, but to the point where they make fun of me. And no, I am not cheap. I am what they call bougie for whatever reason. and but I am someone who believes that we should normalize underconsumption over overconsumption. And for someone who likes to travel solo, when you backpack, for example, I backpack lightly. And again, I get made fun of because I only bring probably a 40 liter plus a 20 liter. So, or at most a 45-liter backpack, and yeah, a 20-liter bag, like front pack. And I don't need much because I am a simple gal. But do not be mistaken. Just because I'm a simple gal does not mean my standards are low, okay? However, what I'm trying to say is let's normalize underconsumption, meaning we don't need a lot of possessions to make us happy. I think in society, living in the Western world, or again, wherever we are in the world, we think that a lot of possessions make us happy. But in my opinion, we don't need a lot to make us happy. I think what we need are just the basic necessities to keep us afloat. And it's just the important things in life. It's just, I prefer to be light in my surroundings, in my home, in my life. And I like to normalize underconsumption because I just like to have the things I need and to buy things when I need them. And I'll buy it when I really, really need them. And that's what I mean with that when I mean underconsumption. I don't need 20,000 pairs of shoes when I know I only will use said 3 runners that I'll really use until I know I'll run through one of them and there's holes. You know what I mean? And I'll buy a pair of shoes that are worth X amount that I know that the performance is worth it. So I'll invest in something rather than buying X amount of shoes that I know won't last me. And that's what I mean, underconsumption versus overconsumption. There's a distinction that I would like to adhere to versus that. And while traveling, I pack light because I don't want to be carrying a lot of things. And I know backpackers and solo travelers are very similar. When you travel, when you solo travel, you only take what you need. And that's the humbling aspect of solo traveling. Because you realize you don't need materialistic things. You have what you need, which is yourself, a place to stay, good food, good company, and health. And it's perspectives like that that are the most important thing. So it's those types of important aspects of your life that really ground you. And again, I hope I'm making sense. I hope that I'm able to distinguish that, and knowing what you need to acquire versus what is actually required, or what you need versus what you want. There's a difference. And again, I went traveling. I went to a retreat, a yoga retreat, and I had a hole in my runners, and my best friend made fun of me. She's like, "Girl, you're not poor. I know you make money, but like, girl." And I'm like, I'm going to buy a pair of shoes when we reach BC. Is it raining again? And, but I'm going to rock these until I get to Kitsilano, and I'm going to buy proper running shoes because I want these pair of running shoes. And then when I told her, it made sense. She's like, okay, I understand. So like, I will rock my shoes until they're done instead of me constantly buying X amount of pairs. And like, for me, I need a balance between consuming too much and needing too little. And it's finding meaning in possession versus how much shit we own. So, how much do we really need nowadays? It's simple living in a society that promotes overconsumption. Yeah. I think it is raining again. So, I'm just advocating minimalism. But I do love maximalism. But it's things like that that make me think. And I could go on and on about things that my family and friends rip me apart on because I'm too minimalist, but yeah. I hope I'm making sense, and that's my spiel about the thoughts of normalizing underconsumption and overconsumption. Okay. Ciao.